of your house and you pay me. You will be my cow. I sit home, do no business, and you feed me and you feed my family. This is what Muslims was doing for centuries. Everybody work, make money for them. The caliphate in the Muslim, they say to you, do you know what we did in Andalusia? They call it Andalusia. They even changed the name of Spain. The money, this is the money is a theft. The money was coming from countries and lands which they stole, and they start building palaces. And the one who built the palace is not even the Arab. The Arab until now they don't know even how to build a building. Until now in the Middle East, Saturday and Sunday is the off day for the jewelry stores. Why? Because the one who make jewelry is not Muslims. Most of the mosque of the Muslims is built by Christians specifically, because Muslims don't have you know, when they attack Spain, all the boats they use in the attack, it was made by the Aramaic Syrian in Syria. When they attack, you know, occupy Syria, those Aramaic, they knew how to make boats. The Aramaic, the word Europe is Aramaic, the word Africa is Aramaic. So the Aramaic are very great civilization. Islam came, Aramaic is gone, civilization destroyed. Same as Egypt. Egypt was one of the greatest civilization in this earth. Islam came, bingo, it's gone. Wherever Islam come, civilization go out. Go and see what happened in the last 24 hours, 48 hours, week, since Ramadan started. How many people get killed? Just today, to attack in mosque, Muslims attacking mosque. You see, they make big propaganda about a guy, crazy guy, filthy guy who attack a mosque in New Zealand. But Muslims attacking mosque every day, bombs every day. So is that because you are a Muslim, it's okay to kill Muslims? Yeah, this is the case. Actually, Muhammad, he allowed it. Same time, we have always to remember that Muhammad, he made it clear in the Quran that you should not, as a Muslim, go for peace unless you are not the uppermost. And he used the word alone. What does alone mean? The supreme, the superior. The Muslims believe that they are superior other any human being. They are a human. The rest are, you know, they are just and I will show the reference. This is the Quran, chapter 47, verse number 35. Read carefully with me. And this is the Muslim translation. Do you see the Muslim translation? I don't know, this translation is weird. What, slacken? Slacken. What is that? This is like, what? Is that an Irish thing? It has changed this slacken madness. What's slacken? What is that? Let us see the potato Yusuf Ali. Okay. But not weary and faint-hearted, crying for peace when you should be the uppermost. The uppermost here really is not a good translation. When you are the supreme, because the Muslims are the supreme. So when a Muslim can sign a peace agreement, only when he is weak, he cannot make it. So Egypt, when the Egyptian they signed a peace agreement, the president of Egypt, he invited the Azhar sheikhs to discuss with them, and they told him no problem. The prophet, he did that. He did even the same agreement with the Jews, but when he got strong, he attacked them and he killed them all. So now we are not stronger than Israel. The Quran says it clearly, never go for peace when you are the uppermost. So when I can go for peace? When I am not the uppermost. So this is a temporary peace. So if the Jews believe that they have peace with their neighbor Jordan and Egypt, that's mean the Jewish are foolish people to believe in that. You know what I mean? That would be a very foolish to believe in. That is just very, very temporarily. Especially now, the Shia and the Sunni, they want to eat each other. So Israel now is so relaxing because of Shia and Sunni. But look at the mistake Israel is doing, or even Trump is doing. Trump now, if he go in war with Iran, who is the one who Israel think, the Israeli think Iran is the big problem, so we need to change the regime. I don't agree. I like this regime to change, but this is not what I'm talking about. Uh, you see, if there is no Iran, Saudi Arabia will not get close to Israel. Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, all of them, they are being so friendly these days to Israel. Why? Because they are terrified. If Iran attack them, they will eat them alive. You know what I mean? So the existence of the regime of Iran made Israel relax. The Sunni are weak. The Sunni are majority of population, but they are not smart like the Persian. All the Sunni in the Middle East, they are Arab. And we have to admit that we Arab, we are not to compare with the Persian. When the Arab, they were sleeping in their tent, having a bunch of goats around them, the Persian, they have science, and they have, they are, this is a great civilization. So if not America, USA, if not Israel, the Iranian, they can eat Hezbollah, sorry, they can eat the king of Saudi Arabia for dinner, just for a dinner. Even when Saddam Hussein, he have a fight with the Iranian, the whole world think that Saddam Hussein was fighting Iranian. It was not Saddam Hussein. It was America behind him, giving him satellite information, missiles, weapon, and the Saudi pay, and the Emirati pay, and the Bahraini pay, and Kuwait pay. Everybody pay. Even almost the Arab, they went bankrupt because of that war. Still, they could not win the war against Iran. So if the Iranian regime disappear, and now we will not have a Shia Iranian Islamic Republic, then the Muslim Sunni, they will turn their faces to fight Israel again. Are you getting my point? Right now they are terrified because the Shia number is growing in Yemen, in Lebanon, in Syria, in Iraq, and for sure Iran. Almost 80% or maybe 90% is Shia, and they are connected now. Iran, Iraq, Syria, Lebanon. That's it. Same time, if you go in the Gulf, Oman is a kind of Shia, the Sultan of Oman and his country, and Yemen, most of people now became Shia. And this is terrifying for the Sunni. They are surrounding them from all over. Now, supposedly today we will talk about anger. Should we go to the anger or continue in this topic? So I believe the Israeli, it's better for them if the Iranian regime stay. If I am Netanyahu, I should pay the regime of Iran to stay, not to leave, because they will never attack Israel. Those people, they say death to America, death to Israel, death to America, but they don't even dare to fart, neither at America, neither at Israel. You know what I mean? So let them, okay, as long they scream but they do nothing, let them stay. Let them be busy, Saudi, Iran, because those people, they have to find an enemy. Now the Shia is their enemy. If you help them to get rid of the Shia, they will turn their face on you. All right. Now, is the Saudi protected by America? There's nothing is called Saudi if not America and England. There's nothing is called Saudi. Saudi, you see, even the name is a shame. What's Saudi? Saudi is the last name of the family of the king. So how have you ever heard of a country have a name of a family king? Imagine we change the name of USA. Make it a Trump, that a Trump, United States of Trump. So all of those, the royal families, they are not royal. They are Bedouin who live in a tent. And since they discovered the Arab, the rich, intelligent, they start, making kingdoms and princes. The king of Jordan, those guys are potatoes. They don't, they never have kings. They never been kings. They never even been princes. They made them royal family. All of those are the made of the rich, intelligent. And then after that, when the rich is not an empire as before, and the one who grew and became the most powerful nation is USA. So USA took over. So all of those are exist just because of USA. Who is the one who get Kuwait back from Saddam Hussein? Nobody can get it back. The Saudi cannot. Who can? USA. So yes, they are the one who protect the Saudi. All right. Before and now and in the future, they will protect them as long, the Saudi, they pay nothing for free. Nobody is doing like a charity. This is not a charity business. Even Trump, he says to them, give us your check. Hello, pay us. We are protecting you. It's not even like before they used to, like, they don't say it publicly, but Trump, he is, you know him. Pay us. We protect you. Business is business. Anyway, no, this is not a blood money. This is not a blood money. This is oil money. And if somebody protecting somebody, well, it costs them money too. They send their army, etc. This is not for free. Not for free. You see, there's many countries in the world, they are getting protection of USA for free because American, they were stupid for long. As an example, Japan. Japan, they have many threats around them. They have problems with Russia. They have big problems with the Chinese. They have many problems. And just by having the American, they are secure and they don't even need to have an army. So Japan never pay a penny. So what happened? Japan became very rich in economy, very poor in army. But who need an army if somebody else spend his money in the army to defend us? Perfect. Because the American, they were fool. They defend Japan for free. All right. Same as Europe. Most of the NATO cost is American pay. Since until Trump, he came. This guy is a businessman. He's smart. He said, why we are paying to protect you? Why we pay for everything? You have to pay your shares. All of them, they get rich. Like, look at Germany, how rich it is. Why America will pay for Germany to protect Germany? So American, they've been foolish for a long time. Long time. But anyway, this is politics and stupidity. And for me, I never like Western leaders. Always I view them as a guy who just joined the cirque. Like the enemy, the animals who dance in the cirque, etc. I don't see between Western leaders any leaders really. I see a bunch of idiots, and the only one maybe until now he's different is Trump. But even Trump, sometimes he is an idiot. But let us say he is the best idiot between the idiots, if we can say so. So he is better than them. At least he knew how to make money. Now we go back to our topic. I have a question about Islam. When women get miscarriage, the child will pull her up heaven? No. This is not for the women. Okay. It's okay. You see, we don't have to go by the topic. We can talk about the topic later. This is a question. This gentleman saying, like if a woman, she lose her child, she go to heaven. Oh, Susanna, sorry, Susanna, not a guy. It's a lady, Susanna, right? I apologize. The one who according to Islam, as an example, if somebody, Muhammad always he say He say crazy stuff. As an example, if somebody, his children's, they die from uh, drowning, the father, if he have three kids who die from drowning, they will go to heaven. uh, Let me see if I find you. So Muhammad, he have many of those stories, which is very funny, and it doesn't make any sense anyway. Um, and even Muhammad, he says if somebody uh, he died drowning, even the man who died drowning, he is a shaheed, is a martyr, he will go to heaven, which is very funny. Um, anyway, Muhammad, he said many tons of things, uh, and they don't make sense as usual. I'm trying to find the hadith. Let us see. I'm just trying to remember the hadith details so I can search for it. Yeah, here we go. I found this one. But let us see if we can find it in English. However, let us say that what you said is true. I mean, why if somebody is, a woman, she lost her baby, uh, she will go to heaven? I mean, that's weird. What does that mean? Isn't it all is happened by the will of Allah, which means Allah is the made those babies die? Stupidity, Muhammad, he says stupid things. This guy, he's like a madman who keeps saying things that don't make sense. Read carefully. He said, the messenger of Allah said, there are no two Muslims, three of whose children die before reaching puberty, but Allah will forgive them and give mercy toward them. Okay, forgive who? Not the children. Forgive the parents. Look at this one. There are no two children who the children die before puberty. Okay, it will be said to them, enter paradise. And here supposedly the Muslims who they have that. Let us show you the other one. Salim, what the Prophet says, plus him, etc. There is no Muslim couple who have three of their children die without Allah admitting them to the garden of paradise. So if you are married and you and your wife, you lost three children before they reach the age of being adult, Allah will take you to heaven. I mean, what is that? Don't you think this is very silly? You know what I mean? What is that? Why they will go to heaven? I don't know. I don't know. If there is any Muslim can tell us why. There is people, they lose their whole family in war and etc. Suddenly Allah is a merciful. Allah will put the sin of the Muslims like mountains on the top of the Christians. Allah caused thousands and thousands of people to die and millions. Yeah. Anyway, so let us go back to our topic about anger management. Shall we? We answer your questions. Don't forget, please, to download the video out right after we finish. Uh, look at this. Look at this dog. You know, all of us, human, animals, I mean, all, when they are angry, their look change. The look of a person or even an animal, it's different from being angry. Like as an example, this is a dog. It's called husky. Well, this is a husky. He is peaceful. Look how he look nice. So the previous dog look really scary, but the same dog can look really nice. So what the difference? Anger. Anger can even change your look. All right. Either give you like a happy, nice look, etc., or give you a look which is scary. The same creature, and that goes for a human being. Now, as long we are talking about dogs, I want to share this hadith with you before we go. Okay, let's go here. In this hadith, you will see something funny in the translation. I don't know if you notice with me. Anyone notice me what's wrong in this translation in the page? Who noticed what's wrong with this translation? Guys, if somebody want to talk to me, first you have to be a Muslim. Otherwise, we have to give a time for the Christians. Then you cannot find me really in Skype because I changed the name there because I'm getting like thousands of ads every day. Scary. So I will add only people who they want to talk to me and they are Muslims. If you are a Christian, only if it's necessarily, please. Now, what is the problem? Yeah, bite him. Have you ever heard of a prophet saying to his followers, go and bite somebody? Any Muslim there listening to this, watching this? Have you ever heard of a prophet of God? It doesn't matter what God is, a Hindu, Buddhist, whatever. He said to his followers, if somebody is proud about his family previous to Islam, bite him. Well, what does that mean? How are you, Mr. Nur? We have a Nur. Nur is a Muslim. So, Mr. Nur, what do you think? Is that really what it says? Bite him? Any Muslim can tell us what's happening here? Is it really your prophet saying if somebody is proud about his family previous to Islam, go bite him? Noor, I'm just asking you, type everything you want. You can call me, Noor. You have a Skype? I will call you. If you like it, we can talk. What bite him? What does that mean? Hadith are nonsense. You see, guys, this is what I like about Muslims. Noor, he just said something very important. And I don't know if you notice with me, what does that mean? Muhammad Noor saying that the hadith of his prophet are nonsense. So Muslims, they knew that their prophet something wrong with him. But Noor now, he right away, he will write again. He will say, no, 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 this is not what I meant. I meant the hadith are not trustworthy. They don't make sense. Correct, Noor? This is what you meant? You are against the hadith, right? Hadith doesn't make sense. It's not the prophet who don't make sense. Guys, hadith were invented. This is what I expected him to say. I was right. Hadith were invented hundreds of years after Muhammad was gone. Okay. What the Quran is the same. What is the Quran of Muhammad? The Quran of Muhammad never exists. Nobody have it. The Quran Muslim they recite today, it's called the recitation of Hafs. But Hafs came more than 200 years after Muhammad. And not only that, according to Muslims, he was a fraud and he was a thief. So just because the hadith does not make sense to you, you're rejected. Okay, what about the Quran? Does the Quran make sense to you, Noor? No problem. So Noor, do you trust the Quran, or you only the hadith is a problem for you? All the Quran too is corrupt. No, actually, this hadith is sahih. This hadith is sahih. This is not a weak hadith. This is sahih, as you see. So look, guys, what happened. In Arabic it says, سمعت النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول من تعز بعزاء الجاهلية فأعضوه ولا تكنوا. I heard the Prophet of Allah saying, the one who is proud about his family previously to Islam, go and tell him to bite the private part. I'm not going to say the word, you know what I'm talking about. The private part of the man. Tell him to go and bite the private part of his father, and don't call him by the name which he like, which means last name. He's proud about his last name. Don't call him by that last name. So look how the Muslims, in order to fabricate the meaning, they are ashamed to say the Prophet says go and bite his private part. They said go and bite him. And this is why Noor, who is a Muslim, he said does not make sense. I agree, this is a false translation. It doesn't make sense. But here you notice with me how savage Muhammad is. I mean, what kind of a prophet saying if somebody is proud about his heritage, what's the problem? Why Allah will be upset? Because Muhammad himself, he don't have good heritage. He have nothing to be proud about. You see, the Muslim, they say to you Muhammad was from a great family, blah 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 blah. This all is garbage. When Khadija, she did marry for Muhammad, in order to make her father agree to marry him, she drunked her father. She changed his clothes. She made him wear new clothes. She colored his beard. All of this when he is drunk. She made him drunk with Muhammad. The guy, when he woke up in the morning, he says, why I'm wearing those clothes? Those clothes I go for like party. This, like, in the old days, there's clothes for like now, even now, there's clothes for every day, and there's a clothes which expensive for occasions. So he says, why I'm colored? Why I'm wearing those clothes? What happened? She said, you forgot yesterday she married me to Muhammad. And when he heard that she got married to Muhammad, he took his sword and he wanna go and attack the family of Muhammad. He wanna take his cousin and his family and his tribe to attack Muhammad. There is no way I will marry my daughter to Muhammad. Why? Because Muhammad is not from the same level. And here you notice how bad the situation is. But anyway, here you see that Muhammad, he have a very bad he have a bad anger management. Muhammad is angry. He's angry from his life. He's angry from who is he. He's angry. He is not confident, to the point if somebody is proud about his family, go and bite him, or let us say bite the private part of his father. But Muhammad he claimed that he and his family are the best. So why if somebody is proud about his family, tell him to go and bite the private part of his father. But if Muhammad is proud about his family previous to Islam, it's okay. Any Muslim want to say anything? Isn't it this is hypocrisy? Why Muhammad he says Allah chose from etc., from the tribe of etc., from the tribe of etc., and from the tribe of etc., the family of etc., and I am the best of the family. But this is his, his heritage. So why he can be proud and someone else cannot be proud? Any Muslim? No Muslims want to answer? All right. But here Muhammad, you notice that he is refusing anyone to be proud because he don't want to have competition. If you remember the story, if you have my book, where Muhammad he killed an innocent man just because he is a very decent and he pray a lot. Muhammad he ordered Abu Bakr and Umar and Ali one after one to go to kill the guy. The guy is praying in the mosque just because before he arrived they were saying this man is the best ever we saw. Muhammad he told them that this is the shaitan, but the guy did nothing. He killed no one, he harmed no one. He is a very devoted believer. He pray a lot. And here Muhammad, because he is not self-confident, so now he found in this guy a competition. Dangerous. People will look at him, how long, how much he pray, and look at me, and I am the prophet who spend my day going between women, from women to women. So Muhammad, he cannot accept anyone to be better than him, and that bring his anger. Same time Muhammad always prove to us that he is a person who have no control of his behavior. And here we're not talking about his sexuality, we spoke about this many times before, but even about his anger, which come with violence. Maybe many of you do not know that Muhammad he used to beat Muslims. He used to beat them up. You know, you are the leader and nobody can beat you up back, and you're prophet and nobody dare to say to you, because you have an army, he's a king now. Muhammad he used to beat people unjustly. Is that correct, Muslims? Is that correct, Muslims, or I'm lying? Is that true that Muhammad he used to beat people up just because of his anger? Not only he beat them, he used to curse them and use a bad language with them. No, that the story about Khadija and make her father drunk, this is not in the Quran. Any Muslim? Let us go to the hadith. Read this hadith with me. And actually all of those stories are sahih, which means they are very, very correct. Muhammad, he used to hurt, he used to whip, he used to beat people for no reason. And look at the madness of this man. He claimed that he made a condition, he made an agreement with Allah. He put conditions in Allah. Okay, what is the condition? Anyone he beat him, he cursed him, he said the F word to him, Allah will make that a blessing to the one who the prophet beat him. So if you like to get a blessing from Allah, let the prophet beat you. The prophet get angry. The prophet he said the F word to you. The prophet he's he whip you with the and then you get a blessing. Read. I'm not making things up. Aisha reported that two persons visited Allah Messenger, and both of them talked about a thing, something which I'm not aware of. She didn't know what they were talking about. But that annoyed him, and he invoked the curse upon both of them. And he heard, etc. Blah 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 blah. And then she said to him, "Why? What happened?" He said, "The good would reach everyone, but I would not reach those two." He said, "Why so?" I think she said, "I said, because she said, this Aisha, because you have invoked curse and heard over them. He said, don't you know? Don't you know? No, she don't know. Aisha, she don't know. Don't you know? Okay, know what? I am a human being, and that for a Muslim upon whom I invoke curse or hurt or hurl, etc., make a curse or a purity and reward for him. I mean, the translation here is really horrible. This guy, I think he is using Google translation. It is, you see the other one. I mean, what is the translation? This translation is, O Allah, I make a covenant with thee against which thou wouldst never go. I am a human being, and thus for a Muslim whom I give any harm, Muhammad doing harm to who? To Muslims, or whom I scold, the one I hurt, I whip, that even translation here is not good. I whip him. The one who invoke curse upon him, the one even I beat him. Make this a source of a blessing and purification until the day of resurrection. So Muhammad, he made conditions, he made an agreement with Allah that there is people who beat them who he should not beat them. He agreed that he is not being fair. He agreed that this is not right. But what he can do with his anger management, he found a solution. I beat you, Allah give you reward. Muhammad, he will not control his anger management, but Muhammad, he found a solution. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to promise you I will not beat you no more. I will not curse you. I won't say the F word to you. No. I will keep doing that. My anger management, there's no solution for it. But I have a good news for you. I say the F word to you, Allah give you reward. I beat you up, Allah give you reward. So if there is any Muslim would like to get the blessing from Allah, then here we go. Nur, you want me to come to Paltalk? Yeah, I saw I could not find his name in Paltalk. This name is sorry, in the Paltalk. Okay, let me open Paltalk. We have a Muslim wanna call me in Paltalk. Let us see what you wanna say. Mr. Nur. Okay. I am in Paltalk now. I will look for you, Mr. Nur. Okay, Mr. Nur. Here we go.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, Mr. Nur. How are you?
Hold on 1 second. Let me mute your stream. Okay, can you hear me?
I do hear you. Please just be sure you mute YouTube so we don't have duplicate of voice.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me put on my headphones. Actually, God will.
All right. Keep YouTube running, but just to mute the sound.
I think it was actually coming from my speakers and not your YouTube, because I already muted it. So
yeah, all right. So what do you want to say to us, Mr. Nur?
Well, so I think we should keep it organized a little bit. So if you want to just ask me a few questions, whatever you think about Islam, I can answer it, God willing, and then I can just ask you questions so we can kind of.
No, I don't want to ask you the questions. I want you to tell me something good about Islam, anything. Feel free. How you can convince? Here we go. We have like 800 Christians maybe listening, and God knows how many later thousands will listen to this, and you are live on YouTube. How you can prove to those Christians that Islam is from God?
Yeah, that's fine. So the core teaching of Islam is to reverence God alone, submit to God, and to do good and be righteous, as it says over and over in the Quran. And it forbids evil. And clearly says that those who believe and do good works will go to paradise, God willing, and hell is the abode of the criminals. The main teaching. That's what everything falls under in Islam.
So
there
is good work including you beat them up and that will give them deeds to go to paradise?
Beat who up?
Yeah, like here the hadith in front of us here, it says that the prophet saying that the one who he beat him up, he made a condition with Allah that he will give him reward. So the prophet, he beat you, or even he cursed you, or even he said a bad word to your mother or your father, like, you know, dirty language, and that will give you blessing from Allah, and obviously that will take you to heaven. Is that the way to go to heaven?
No, that doesn't make any sense. And I don't follow hadiths, and I don't believe him anyway, because there's no way to verify him. They were just written hundreds of years after he was gone.
No, this is sahih. Okay, so you believe in the Quran only? You don't believe in the hadith?
Yeah, no, because the Quran is from God. Hadiths were just invented by men for what they thought that they heard him say. They're additional books, and there's no way to really verify whether or not he said that.
All right. What about the Quran? If there's any way to verify that he said anything in the Quran? What is the proof that the Quran is from God anyway? How you can prove to us
I'm okay
that the Quran is from God?
Well,
as long you said you want to verify, yes. How you can verify?
Well, I don't think that there's a way to prove it 100%. I believe it is. However, there is some evidence that it is.
Like what?
Just based off what it teaches. Well, like the prose and how it's written, how clear it is.
How clear?
Just the overall style.
I don't know. The
yeah,
Quran
how clear it is.
My friend, as I know, the Quran says nobody understands the Quran save Allah. So how clear it is?
No, it says it's in a clear Quran. I know you can hear the typing, but I'll find the...
No problem. Take your time.
Yeah, so 3669, in the name of God, the Almighty, the Merciful. We did not teach him poetry, nor does he need it. This is a reminder in a clear Quran. And it tells us to think and to reflect about it. At the same time...
So 3639, correct? It says that the Quran is clear, correct?
3669, yeah, it's a
59?
clear Quran.
59?
3669.
3669, okay, 69, sorry. All right. So here the Quran is so clear, correct?